Hello and welcome to Sun and Fun 2021 and another of the broadcasts from the Florida Aviation Network. I'm Ron Timmermans from Orlando, Florida. I'm one of the many hosts with the Florida Aviation Network, and I am delighted to welcome you to our broadcast today. Among other people, we've got a number of folks that are interesting aviation personalities who will get a chance to interview and introduce to you, our audience, during the week. So at the Sun and Fun campus, if you've been here before, you probably have seen one of the major facilities here, a three-story building known as the Central Florida Aerospace Academy, a high school, part of the Kathleen High School system here, a special academy located on the Sun and Fun campus where about 300 students go to finish their high school education here at the Sun and Fun campus. And joining me today is Ms. Jennifer Sasser, who is the director of the CFAA, the Central Florida Aerospace Academy, and also an assistant principal at Kathleen High School. Jennifer, thank you so much for joining us today. It's a delight to have you here. Thank you for hosting us here in your facilities. It's great, and I'm just so delighted that we're all back for Sun and Fun again this year, an exciting time. So
Yes, thank you so much for having me today. It's an exciting time, and I'm always happy to be able to tell people about all of the wonderful things that are happening at CFAA.
Good. So I did want to preface this with, so you're like the director of CFAA, so you're at the school almost all the time, right? And so some of your students have actually volunteered with the Florida Aerospace Academy, and you're probably aware of this, but some of them are out there actually running the cameras even as we speak and doing floor manager and other duties as well. So although you evaluate them all the time, right now they're probably evaluating you and your performance. So don't mean to give you a whole lot of pressure, but the pressure is on.
It is a little strange. Yes, we do have some of our students are volunteering with you this week, and it is kind of odd to be sitting in front of them for a change rather than them having to sit in front of us. But it's really awesome to get to see them to work in this capacity, see them to really grow and develop in areas other than just plain reading and writing and arithmetic, if you will. So this is a unique opportunity for these young people to really learn some of these skills that are going to help them in life, really. So I really thank you guys for taking them on and teaching them these things.
And they're a great bunch of folks to work with. We're delighted as well. So tell us a little bit more about the Aerospace Academy and what it is and its purpose and the like, if you would give us some insights, please.
Absolutely. The Central Florida Aerospace Academy, we are an academy of Kathleen High School. Kathleen High School is one of our regular public schools here in Polk County, Florida, which we are in Lakeland, Florida. So we have been around. The Central Florida Aerospace Academy actually started as an idea about 14 years ago, and originally the first couple of classrooms were just simply back in some of the hangar areas with just a few dozen students, and now it's grown to we have our own facility. It's a 3-story state-of-the-art facility, and it's grown to where we now service about 300 students. So it's been quite a journey. What happened was years ago, the school was just meeting here at the Airspace Center for Excellence. And after a point, I believe Mr. James Ray came to one of the Sun and Fun events and was kind of introduced to this concept of Central Florida Aerospace Academy. And James Ray, being the philanthropist that he was, decided that he wanted to see how he could help with this and really encourage some of those future educators. So he was the one who provided the funding to actually build our facility there at CFAA. And as a result of that, our students who attend our school, many of the students want to become aviators. They want to get their pilot's license, and we provide a pathway for them to do that. And our students are able to apply to the James C. Ray Scholarship Fund to be able to get the funds available to do their flight lessons. So they do the ground school part of it in school, and then they're able to get the scholarship to go out and to work with one of our local vendors to do their flight lessons. So it's been quite the history and quite the legacy that James Ray left for us.
Well, certainly you would appeal to young people then that are aspiring pilots, I would imagine, to get their high school education as well as ground school and eventually flight training if they qualify for the scholarship or otherwise pay for it. I imagine that's an option for them as well. But I suspect there's more than just the piloting tracks that you offer to high school students, those that are not necessarily destined to become pilots. What do you offer for them?
Well, the really neat thing about CFAA is that it isn't just one thing. A lot of our students do come to us and in their head they're like, oh, I want to be a pilot. But then they realize that there's many different things that we're able to offer at the Academy. We actually have 5 different tracks. 5, yes. So Aerospace Tech, which is their private pilot ground school, is one of those. We also offer aviation maintenance technician training. The aviation maintenance technician training obviously is 3 parts. You have the general training and then airframe and power plant. And our students here at the school are able to work through the general portion, work through airframe, and when they're finished, they are ready to move on to another program so that they can go ahead and attain that power plant part and they become certified aviation maintenance technicians.
Wow, that's
which
a wonderful
we know
track.
There's a huge market for AMTs right now. So we are extremely fortunate with that program that we partner with Travis Technical College, and Travis Technical College actually provides the advanced training, the last part of that training for them.
As part of their high school education
Well,
or
it is,
beyond that?
that is beyond.
That is beyond,
However,
okay.
as of right now, Travis Technical College, that program, they actually do it at our facility. So yes, they've graduated, but they graduate, but they kind of come back so they can finish that up and become aviation maintenance technicians.
And of the 300 students, how many are in the aviation maintenance track?
In the maintenance track, I want to say we probably have about 55 students right now who are doing maintenance. But we also have other programs in addition to that. We have avionics, where our students are able to learn the basics of electricity. They're able to learn soldering and the simple stuff, if you will. The kids always call it all the electronics and the gadgets that are on the plane. And then adding to those 2, we have an engineering course, which our students in engineering are able to learn to use SolidWorks. They use SolidWorks to create designs, which are then printed either on our 3D printer, or they are able to, in the lab setting, go in and build those designs. So they do quite a bit of work in engineering. It's really, really quite fun. You go in there and we've got 14-year-olds with with hot glue guns and drills and all sorts of stuff. It's lots of fun. And our last program is our Unmanned Aviation Systems. And this is our newest program at CFAA, and that is a program in which our students are able to work towards their Part 107 license, which allows them to be certified as a drone pilot. And we know that drone technology is a big thing right now.
Indeed,
there's lots of different areas, and because of that, that is a really popular program at our school. We have been extremely fortunate in that we partner with Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University, does some dual enrollment type courses with our drone program, and they have come in and helped us and sponsored our classes. They built us a large drone cage right out back behind the school where the students are able to go out and work in the drone cage, because being so close to the airport, you can't simply just go out and fly a drone just anywhere. So,
This is right.
We have to make sure we do it safely and they learn the regulations. But those are the 5 different programs that we are currently offering.
How exciting. Of the 300 students, again, roughly how many are in the drone track?
Ooh.
Is that becoming ever more popular, I suppose?
It's hard to kind of measure exactly how many are in each track, because some of our students indulge in more than one.
I was going to ask you about that.
That's one of the wonderful things about CFAA is that, like I said, a lot of people come in and go, oh, I love airplanes, I want to be a pilot. So they come in and they take the courses, but then I have another elective here, so what am I going to do? So they will maybe take an engineering class or a UAS class or avionics or as an electives. And sometimes they find they fall in love with those. So, we have lots of students who think in ninth grade that they want to do one thing, but then once they get there and they're exposed to other things, they decide, hey, I really like this better or that better.
I can relate. I was that way in my freshman and sophomore years in college, thinking I wanted to do one thing and then changing majors, as a lot of people do. So it's nice that they can do that, or at least dabble in different things during their high school education. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. So you mentioned that the Central Florida Aerospace Academy is one of several academies associated with Kathleen High School. Can you tell us a little bit about the other academies and what are opportunities for young people there?
Yes, at Kathleen High School, they have several different tracks that they have available. They have ag science, they have a power academy where they're working closely with our local city officials who run our power plants and are able to help them with some job skills with that. They also have culinary and some business tech type classes, and the academy approach is very unique in that students who are involved in academies, it gives them, not only gives them real life work experience that they can take with them, but all of the ones that are deemed academies, they also come with some sort of a certification. All of our programs that we offer, there are different certifications that you're able to earn even while you're in high school.
Oh, really?
So like we were talking about with engineering, they're able to earn SolidWorks certification. So
SolidWorks is like a CAD.
Yes, it's exactly what
CAD
it is.
Program.
Correct.
Computer-aided design.
Yes, and the same thing with our students who do private pilot ground. They're able to earn that certification. So our drone pilots are able to earn the Part 107. So they have something that when they're done, it's more than just a diploma.
Yeah.
This is my pathway. It's an achievement, absolutely.
Exactly.
And students may or may not be able to say that they want to continue with that, but they have something and they have that stepping stone, so now they can go on if they want to find a technical school, if they want to find a college, if they want to find just another program that will help them to achieve their goals, that they have that leg up. And I think that's one of the really interesting things about academies in general. Polk County has done a phenomenal job in the last several years of recognizing the need for these workforce academies. Because these academies are what helps our students to find that guidance. And it's not that we want to just say, okay, we want to put every student in the school, everybody in here has to become a pilot. That's why we have some diversity in the courses that we offer.
Multiple tracks.
Yes, multiple tracks. Same thing in the regular high schools. They don't just say, okay, you go to Kathleen High School, everybody has to study to be an ag. That won't work. But they do offer, those diverse courses so that students are able to kind of try on some different things and find what fits them best.
How wonderful.
Yes.
That's
yes.
great. That's great. I'm so pleased that they have that. So you're located right here at the Sun and Fun campus, right inside the gate, actually. It's one of the first buildings you come to, the museum on one side and the CFAA Academy on the other side. So are you connected with any of the Sun and Fun entities here as well, or are you just kind of a tenant?
Oh, no, we're not just a tenant. We are very connected with Sun and Fun. We are actually a outreach, if you will, of the Airspace Center for Excellence. Airspace Center for Excellence is the umbrella of all of Sun and Fun. Sun and Fun in and of itself is kind of the fundraising arm of ACE. And Airspace Center for Excellence, they are committed to providing educational opportunities for students of all ages. They have programs that run year-round for students all the way from elementary age students all the way up through adults, retirees. They want to make sure everyone is able to understand and experience aerospace and aviation. So we are a part of them. We work very closely with them. In fact, during Sun and Fun, our students, you'll notice you mentioned earlier about my students being behind the camera this morning. My students are actually working, and in our building this week, they are doing these Sun and Fun forums this week. And that is
educational forums
educational
for
forums.
pilots and,
Yes.
and the like. Uh-huh.
Yes, so they present topics, all sorts of different aviation-related topics, but they use the classrooms at the school. and we are more than happy to host them. So we have that great partnership with them. We also have incredible business partners that support us. We're able frequently to be able to say, hey, this is what we need. Can you help us out? And we have Gulf Coast Avionics is one of our supporters that I mentioned earlier, Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. And in addition to the drone cage, they also gifted us with a Redbird simulator last year. I know, it's really neat. See, maybe I will be a pilot.
Yes.
And then we also have a very close relationship with the Polk State College Aerospace program. And many of our students are able to go straight from our school, and they are able to earn some dual enrollment credit while they're here with us, and then go on and finish up several different degrees. And Polk State Aerospace now has so many different levels of degrees. They have bachelor's degrees, but they also offer several associate's degrees that are awesome for our students, that the kids can go right to work. And if they take advantage of doing some dual enrollment courses in high school, sometimes they don't have very much left to do. They can finish with us in high school and maybe only have 1 or 2 more semesters, and they're able to get out there and find a job in the aviation industry right away.
With an appropriate degree.
Yes.
It was my pleasure to interview Mr. Eric Crump yesterday from Polk State College in his aerospace program, and he explained to us how it's a great add-on to high school education. In particular, I can see how it would fit and flow from one of your students finishing at the Central Florida Aerospace Academy, moving to Polk State to one of their aerospace programs, and they offer several different things, piloting, maintenance, and STEM education as well, or aerospace engineering. So it's a great cooperation here, a great fit, it would appear. So this is wonderful. I'm so pleased. How does a student get to be considered for CFAA if someone's like a 7th or 8th grader and thinking about what they're going to do in high school? How would they go about getting involved with CFAA?
Oh, well, this part is super easy. Okay. The really awesome thing about CFAA is it is a public 9th through 12th grade high school. It is not a private school. It is not a charter school. Our students and parents do not pay to go to our school. It is a regular school. So the way that they would apply, because we are an academy, we do have, there is an application window for academies that happens usually November, December, and in the 1st of January. And so obviously that's passed for this year. However, if we have students who are interested, who are coming into 9th, 10th, or 11th grade, 12th graders sometimes, but not all the time, but they are able to go to our website, which is www.flycfaa.com. And there is a link right there on that home page that says click here to apply. So they can apply, and we will reply to them and let them know the next steps and how they are able to apply for the academy.
Wonderful. So it's pretty easy. If you're watching this program and you're thinking about what am I going to do for high school, and I'd like to do something unique or challenging or fulfilling, CFAA Academy might be the one for you if you are in Lakeland. So Jennifer, a longtime resident of Lakeland, you said, and 23 years in education.
Yes, sir.
Where did you get started with CFAA? Did you just come in as the director, or?
Well, actually, I have come back home now because I actually had gone to work at Kathleen High School back in 2012. And I didn't even know this place existed.
Really?
I really didn't. And I came over here for a couple meetings, and the first time I came over here, I fell in love. And then after a few years, they had a teaching opening come open, and even though it was the middle of the year, I said, that's where I want to be. So I came over here. I taught here for about 2.5, 3 years as a teacher, and then I decided, I'd really like to go into administration. I'd like to be able to do more. And so I studied to be an administrator, and at the time there wasn't anything open here, so I did go off to be an administrator at another school for a few years until this place came open this year.
Just this year?
Just this year. So yes, I got to start at the beginning of this school year. So I was a teacher. I have a son who also went here and graduated last year, so I've been a parent. And now I have the opportunity to be an administrator. So this is coming home for me.
So the full gamut at
It
CFAA,
is.
right? A student in the family, and a teacher at first, and then and now the administrator. What a wonderful opportunity. So thank you very much for your 23 years in education, educating our young people and giving the ones in the Lakeland area just an absolutely unique opportunity here, probably like very few other places. And so I'm glad you're a part of the community here, part of the network of Sun and Fun and ACE, ACE as they call it, Aerospace Center for Excellence, and the like, and it's just a delight to have you here. So what do you do during the week of Sun and Fun? You don't have classes here? Do you have to do administrative stuff, or do you get to go run around the campus and have fun?
I've been doing a little administrative stuff, but I've got to still make it out and get some Amish donuts at some point.
That'll
so
be good.
I'll make sure I get out there sometime.
Okay, well, good. Well, Jennifer, thanks again for being one of our guests today. Ms. Jennifer Sasser, the director of the Central Florida Aerospace Academy and an assistant principal at the Kathleen High School here in Lakeland, Florida. It's been a pleasure learning about this, and it's been wonderful to host you today. Thank you so much for those of you watching at home. It's been a pleasure to have you welcome us for today. Please stay tuned. We've got more interesting and exciting interviews showing up in the next few minutes. Mr. Steve Perella will be interviewed by my colleague Joel, and we'll welcome back, and we'll see you soon. I'm Ron Timmermans, one of the hosts for the Florida Aviation Network. Thank you so much for watching today.